Hello 601 students. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about the course syllabus. I'm not going to read through the syllabus with you or for you. I know you're very capable of doing that, of course, but I will point out some important pieces of the syllabus. Some of the more important pieces. Every piece is important. So my office number is here, EB307. I know many of you are not on campus, but if you're coming to campus for class or for another event or something else that's going on, then feel free to stop by. It's best if you are going to be coming to campus, or if you're coming early for class and you want to stop in and say and actually have an appointment, other than just stop by and say hi, to make sure you let me know that. You can also reach me through emails, the most easy way, the easiest way. You can call me, but if I'm not there or at my desk or able to answer at that point in time, it'll just send me an email with your voicemail message. So email is probably the easiest way to get in touch with me. You can also connect with me via Skype, and there's my Skype ID. You'll see here on the syllabus just a note, and I'll mention this again in our face-to-face class. My last name is Garrett Dickers, no hyphen. And it is Garrett Dickers, both last names. Garrett is my maiden name, Dickers is my husband's name. So please, if you do call me by my full name, use my Garrett Dickers. Some students call me Dr. AGD, some students call me Dr. Amy. There's a wide variety of nice nicknames that you can use if you wish. We do have, we are hybrid, as you know. We were scheduled to have 7 sessions. 2 of those I've had to cancel due to my travel obligations. And I have noted here which are the remaining 5 synchronous sessions that we're having. I do specifically call them synchronous because calling them face-to-face no longer applies, since some of you are literally face-to-face and some of you are face-to-screen. And so I just start calling them synchronous sessions, which is really more accurate as to what they actually are. So you can read the directions here, the course description, the objectives, etc. We will focus a lot on theory. This is one class where you will learn leadership theories, you will read about leadership theories, you will then read research studies that have used those theories as their theoretical underpinning, because you will eventually be developing a research study, and we will ask you, what's your theoretical framework? What theories are you using to support the research you're doing, your research questions, the methods, the methodologies, etc. So you will need to practice using theories, and we're going to be reading a lot of people and how they use theories as well. There are 2 books required for this class. There's the Northouse book, the main Northouse book, Leadership Theory and Practice. Both, of course, are Northouse books. The second is Northouse and Lee. But you will hear me say Northouse, and if I mention the Northouse book, I mean the actual theory book. And the other is the case studies book, which is an application piece. I will be assigning multiple articles for you to read and explore, other book chapters, web resources, etc. But those are the 2 main books. Please order them both as quickly as possible, and please make sure that you get the right edition, 2016 edition, so that we have the same page numbers, the same basic information, etc. As I'm sure you've heard multiple times already, we do use APA, and we do expect you to use APA. We expect you to practice APA format correctly from the very beginning, so that it's easier and for you to use it and utilize it and get more practice with it, so it comes more naturally when it comes to writing those lovely long papers that lead to your dissertation. So please do use APA. We require you to have the APA manual, and then also you can use APA Purdue OWL website, which I'll show you in the first day of class if I remember, which is a great resource for that kind of, I have a quick question, I don't have my book with me, what can I do? Class participation is required. Attendance when we meet synchronously online is mandatory. I will record those sessions. The WebEx people on campus record those sections, but I do expect you to attend that class session, either synchronously via WebEx or synchronously in my classroom with me. So you are expected to attend. As you know, we're hybrid. If you're, the bolded pieces here are probably the more important pieces I wanted to draw attention to, although again, please read the whole syllabus. If you are joining synchronous classes via WebEx, you need to have your video webcam on at all times. So if you step away during the break and you want to turn off the video or whatever the case may be, that's fine, but turn the video right back on, please, when we come back to class. You'll find out about me that my research and scholarship is online and blended learning, and part of that research and scholarship, a large part of that scholarship, is around social presence, community building, community connectedness, learning with our peers in that space. How do we build community in online learning modalities? And a big part of that is being able to see you. Hence, you get my webcam. When I'm doing my screen captures, you get me explaining things to you with my voice, and I will ask you to do the same for me and for your peers. The sessions, the times we meet face-to-face are not the only times you're in class. You are in class all the time, from yesterday, the beginning of the semester, until the end of the semester when your final assignment is due, and then potentially after that, where I might need you to come in and check in and see if there's something still lingering, or if I have a question about an assignment, or if a document didn't open, whatever the case may be. You are an active member of the class for the full semester. So we don't have off weeks. We have the weeks when we're meeting synchronously, and then we have the weeks when we are doing asynchronous work, meaning at our own pace or at our own time, or not at specific times, all together at the same time. You will have deadlines. You will have assignments that are due during the weeks when we're meeting and working online. So it's your responsibility to keep track of those deadlines. There are deadlines that do not coincide with a synchronous meeting. So I do expect you to be aware of all the deadlines when you have things that are due to turn in. Likewise, please plan to check this site several times a week, not just when things are due. I use the Ask Your Question form. I talked about this in my overview to Blackboard site. Ask Your Question form is a very important way to actually field and funnel all of your questions to me in one spot, as long as there's not something that you need to talk to me about individually in a more personal, private way. But please use the Ask Your Question form for questions you have about the course, about the syllabus, about the assignments. If something doesn't open, if you can't get the link to work, if you use that form, then I can help you more quickly there, because I get lots and lots and lots of emails all day long. And then also your peers can help you too if they know the answer to your question. A little information about late work, etc., discussion boards. Please don't expect me to respond to all your discussion board threads. Online learning research shows that it is very important for peers to discuss in the discussion boards and for me to scaffold your learning. But if I am too active, some online learning research has shown that if the instructor is too active, then the peers, the students just kind of wait for me to chime in because they think I'm going to come in with the right answer. And a lot of the discussion, there isn't necessarily a right answer. There's just multiple different perspectives. And it's better in some cases for the instructor to be a little bit more removed from the discussion so that students can get deeper into the content. So that's a balance, and I work with that balance, but I am in there, so even if you don't see me respond or hear me respond or see my words in the discussion board thread, I am there, I'm paying attention, and I'm reading and following along right with you. There's some information about discussion boards. We'll talk more about that as we go through the semester. Technical, Netiquette. When you're in the synchronous class, there's a spelling error. We'll fix that. But when you're in the synchronous class, you may need to you want your laptop with you. You want to take notes on a laptop or an iPad. Use your phone to look something up. That's fine. Just please don't do all these other things that we might be tempted to do when we've got a device in front of us. Unless otherwise noted, all assignments are due and completed are due at 11:59, right before midnight on the day they're due. So if it says September 7th, it's due at 11:59 on September 7th. So please make sure you adhere to that as well. If you're turning something in on a synchronous class night session, it's due at the beginning of class. These are the 5 major assignments with their due dates and the point value associated with them, and each one of those assignments will be explained in detail on the Blackboard site with a screen capture as well as with the written assignment itself. And the Watson College Professional Conduct, we expect you to adhere to those standards, and then some additional links that may be helpful for you. So that's kind of the overview of the syllabus. If you have any specific questions about any aspects of that, please, again, don't hesitate to ask. And please use the Ask Your Question form, because I will check in on the Ask Your Question form regularly and use that as the way to kind of funnel your questions to me. See you soon.